Good afternoon, welcome to VANIKIAS. We'll start discussing environmental MCQs. Consider the following statements regarding India's ethanol blending in petrol. Now, the amended International Biofuel Policy 2018 has set a new target for 2025-26 for achieving 20% of ethanol blending in petrol. Molasses is a feedstock used by sugar mills to produce ethanol. The National Biofuel Coordination Committee, with the Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change as its head, is the agency to coordinate this blending program. Which of the above statements are correct? Yes, ethanol blending is 20%. Now it is ethanol blending, means ethanol is a biofuel, right? Biofuel. And presently we have 10% of ethanol blended in our petrol or diesel, and it is the target is 20% ethanol blending by 2025 and 26. Earlier target was 2030. That means earlier government has the target of 2030 to achieve 20% ethanol blending. 20% ethanol blending means with petrol 20% of ethanol will be added. At present 10% is added. So first statement is right, and they have amended it and made it up to 2025-26. Molasses is the feedstock used by sugar mills to produce ethanol. The National Biofuel Coordination Committee, with the Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change as its head, is the agency to coordinate the blending program. Second statement is right because this is the source of ethanol blending. Okay. It is not under environment or forest or climate change. National Biofuel Coordination Committee. It's coming under Ministry of Petroleum, and Natural Gas. So 1 and 2 options are right. Molasses means that are produced by sugar out of the sugar cane. The sugar molasses means after taking sugar from the sugar cane, the residues are called as molasses, sugarcane molasses, and that molasses that is used as food stock. See, biofuel are different types. There are different types of biofuel. For example, first generation biofuel are non-food crops. They are created from non-food crops like wood. For example, wood is non-food crops. Second generation biofuel, 2G biofuel, these are from food crops. For example, sugarcane molasses, right? Then third generation biofuel, these are algae. Algae are the third generation biofuel. Fourth generation biofuel are the genetically modified crops. So these are 4 types of biofuel, different types of biofuel. Okay, genetically modified crops at presently we have only this is not created at present. Genetically modified crops are not being used, but we are expecting that we will use genetically modified crops to produce biofuel. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding ban of single-use plastic. Single-use plastic is it is very dangerous to the present environment. The government has prohibited the manufacture, import, stocking, distribution, sale, and use of identified single-use plastic or SUB commodities, including polystyrene and expanded polystyrene. Second is, the violation of the ban will invite punitive action under the Environmental Protection Act and under the bylaws of respective municipal corporation. Plastic used for packaging of FMCG, that is fast moving consumer goods sector, is also banned. Fast moving consumer goods, for example, your online digital, Amazon, Flipkart. The extended producer responsibility EPR guideline states that it is producer's responsibility to ensure environmentally sound management of a product until the end of its life. Which of the following statements are correct? Plastic used for packaging. Plastic used for packaging is also banned. No, this is not yet banned because we can see, for example, Kurkures or Lays, they are plastic used for packaging, fast moving consumer goods. So this is not banned. This is wrong. But these three, that is, it is ban will be under Environmental Protection Act of 1986 and respective bylaws of respective municipal corporation. And government has prohibited the manufacturing importing of this. This is also right. Extended producer responsibility is also there. And environmentally, to ensure environmentally sound management a product until its end of life. So 1 to 4, all the options are right. What is this extended producer responsibility? It is a new policy that makes, for example, a particular company is producing electronic waste, right? So in making a TV, and after 10 years the TV is getting dysfunctional, it is the responsibility of the LG company to collect those dysfunctional TV and recycle them. That is called as extended producer responsibility. That means those who are creating the environmental pollution, they will be responsible for collecting the electronic waste, and until the end of life they have to manage it because they are the producers, so they have to manage it. Okay. So here 1, 2, 3, and Environment Protection Act 1986. What is Environment Protection Act 1986? It gives enormous power to central government. To take serious action against environmental pollution. Right? There are around 6 to 7 important environmental laws. You must remember them. For example, first is your Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Act, it came in 1960. Right? You cannot make any cruel practices to the animals. Next is your Wildlife Protection Act. Which is the most important act, Wildlife Protection Act. Wildlife Protection Act 1972. This protects, it has various schedules, and there are some schedule 1 animals where the most endangered animals are listed. Then we have Water Pollution Prevention Act, Water Pollution Prevention Act of 1974, Water Pollution Prevention Act of 1974. Then you have, for example, yes, after 1974 then is forest rights, then there is Conservation of Forest Act, Forest Conservation Act of 1980, Forest Conservation Act. Then Environmental Protection Act, EPA, 1986. Then you have PESA Act, Panchayati Raj extension to scheduled areas, Panchayati Raj extension to scheduled areas. It came in 1996 for PESA Act. That gave enormous power to the Gram Sabha. In case of tribal area, Gram Sabha will have the utmost power regarding any decision regarding the lands. Okay, next. Then there is Biodiversity Act, Act of 2002, based on Convention of Biodiversity. Then there is Forest Right Act. These are Forest Right Act. Forest Right Act that is under 2006. This Forest Right Act gave the land rights to tribals. It has given land rights to tribals. Forest Right Act. Community land to tribals. Okay. Next question. Global Assessment Report on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services. Global Assessment Report on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services was released by the Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services. The World Network of Biosphere Reserves is created by UNEP. The Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve is designated as the first biosphere reserve in India. Which of the following statements are correct? You have to see whether it is correct or incorrect. Here it is correct, right? Global Assessment Report on Biodiversity Ecosystem Services was released by, yes, this is called as Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity, yes, that is released by Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity Ecosystem, IPBES, Global Assessment Report on Biodiversity and Ecosystem. World Network of Biosphere Reserve is not by UNEP, it is UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, so this is wrong. UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. Okay. Next is Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Yes, this is the first biosphere reserve in India. It is designated in 1986 by UNESCO, and it is UNESCO. This Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve is stretched around three states, that is Tamil Nadu and Kerala and Karnataka. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka. These three states. These are the three states through which Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve is designated. Consider the following statements regarding India Plastics Pact, sometimes seen in the news. Plastic Pact, India Plastic Pact, that is IPP, sometimes seen in the news. India Plastic Pact was launched as a collaboration between Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change and Confederation of Indian Industry. Okay. It is a collaborative initiative between businesses, governments, NGOs that aims to transform the current linear plastic systems into circular plastic economy. First statement contradict with the second statement, because first statement is saying that it is made by the Ministry of Environment. Second statement says that NGOs, it is by governmental NGOs and businesses. So this both system, this can never be happen, right? Here answer is 2 only. So this statement is wrong. First statement is wrong. It is started by government, NGOs and businesses. Okay. This aims to, yes, this pact aims, what is the aim of the Indian plastic pact? To aim to transform the linear plastic. Linear plastic means there is production, there is user, this is the producer, then it's then it goes to the waste. But cyclic plastics economy, circular plastic economy means like this: user, again there is producer, again this is user, this is producer, and it is user, and the plastic is produced by go to the user, and again user uses it, and again the by recycling, again production is go to the producer. So this is circular plastic economy, and that is started by India Plastics Pact, which is started by NGOs and government collaboration. So the linear plastic economy will be transferred to circular plastic economy. Consider the following statements regarding red sanders. Red sander is a flora species that is endemic to a distinct tract of forest in Western Ghats region of Andhra Pradesh. Red sander is also listed in Appendix 2 of the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species and Wild Fauna and Flora. Operation Duck Chandan is related to surveillance of the export of red sanders. The export of red sanders from India is prohibited as per the foreign trade policy. Which of the following statements are correct? Question is correct. Red sanders is flora species. Yes, it is a flora species. Flora means your biodiversity, the plants. Fauna means animals. Endemic to a distinct tract of forest in the Eastern Ghats region of Andhra Pradesh. Yes, Eastern Ghat region of Andhra Pradesh. Eastern Ghat. Red sander near the areas of Andhra Pradesh, Puspa. Red sanders is also listed in Appendix 2 of the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species of Wildlife. Appendix 2 of the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species of Wildlife, Fauna and Flora. Sites. What is sites? This wildlife, yes, the sites, that is Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, it protects some endangered species, maybe animals or plants, from export, from illegal trade. Okay. Operation Duck Chandan was related to surveillance of the export of red sanders. This is also right. The export of red sanders from India is prohibited as per the foreign trade policy because there is high poaching in case of red sanders. So All the statements are correct. Consider the following statements regarding whale sharks. Whale sharks are the largest fish in the sea. They feed on plankton and travel large distance to find enough food to sustain their huge size and to reproduce. They are mainly found in the temperate oceans of the world. They are easily distinguished by their white spotted coloration. Consider the following statements regarding whale sharks. Largest, yes, whale shark is the our largest fish in the sea. This is right. They feed on plankton and travel large distance to find food of the huge size. They reproduce. They are mainly found in the temperate oceans of the world. No, it's actually they are found in all tropical oceans. They are found in all tropical oceans of world. All tropical oceans of world. Their white spotted coloration. They are easily distinguished by their white spotted coloration. This is right. White spotted coloration means suppose this is the fish, there will be like this. There will be spots, various spots like white. So this 4 option is right. They are not temperate. So whale sharks are very big, but they are not found in the temperate region of the world. They travel large distance and they have white spotted coloration. 1 to 4 options are right. Consider the following statements regarding Western Ghats. The Western Ghats are second only to Eastern Himalaya as a treasure trove of biological diversity in India. Western Ghats regions runs from mouth of the river Tapti near the border of Gujarat and Maharashtra to Kanyakumari. K. Kasturirangan Committee designated the entire hill range of Western Ghats as an ecological sensitive area. Which of the following statements are correct regarding the Western Ghats? Okay. Western Ghats are only Western Ghats second only to Eastern Himalaya in treasure of yes. Eastern Himalaya means your northeastern areas where high amount of biological diversity is experienced. Western Ghats is a highly undisturbed area and is a huge source of carbon sink, and there is a huge number of biodiversity. It's a biodiversity hotspot. Western Ghats region runs from the mouth of the river Tapti near the border of Gujarat to and Maharashtra to Kanyakumari. Second statement is also wrong. It has runs from the river Tapti near the border of Gujarat and Maharashtra to Kanyakumari. K. Kasturirangan Committee designated the entire hill range of Western Ghats as an ecological sensitive area. This statement is wrong. Kasturirangan committee has recommended 37% of area to be declared as ecological sensitive area. There was another committee that was called as Gargil committee, and Gargil committee has recommended the total Western Ghats as ecological sensitive area, so that that is 140 taluks, 142 taluks, all that are ecological sensitive zones. When a particular area is declared as ecological sensitive zones, it do not the development of infrastructure in those areas cannot be done, right? Or special permission is needed for any type of activities. So that is the issue with respect to ecological sensitive area, and K. Kasturirangan has declared that 37% area of Western Ghat declared as ecological sensitive area. And remember, Western Ghats moves through 6 states. Western Ghats moves through 6 states. That is Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, Goa. 6 states. These are the 6 states through which the Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, Goa, then Maharashtra and Gujarat. Maharashtra and Gujarat. These are the 6 states through which Eastern Ghat passes. Okay, its length is around 1600 km. Right? It is one of the biodiversity hotspot. Biodiversity hotspot. Okay. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding TSR Subramanian Committee. TSR Subramanian Committee. It was set up to review India's green laws and the procedures followed by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It is recommended for the creation of Indian Environmental Service. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Question is regarding incorrect. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Here both the statements are incorrect. TSR Subramanian Committee was set to review the green laws, India's green laws and procedures followed by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, that is MOEFCC. It recommended the creation of Indian Environmental Services. So here both the statements are correct. That's why the question is incorrect. That's why neither one nor two are correct. Asiatic cheetah was declared extinct in India and is critically endangered species surviving only in Iraq. See, the question is only, then obviously that is wrong, because we have reinstated it from Namibia, so it cannot be said that only in Iraq. So first statement is wrong. Guru Hosdas National Park is located in Chhattisgarh. Yes, it was declared the 53rd declared national park. Proposal to declare Guru Hosdas National Park as 53rd Tiger Reserve of India. Kuno National Park is planned location for area for reintroduction of African cheetah. So these 2 and 3 options are right. Yes, Kuno National Park, African cheetah, they are rehabilitated in Kuno National Park. Consider the following statements regarding Jim Corbett National Park. Jim Corbett National Park is India's and Asia's first national park. It was the first to come under the Project Tiger initiative. It completely encompasses the Shivaliks near the foothills of Himalayas. Which of the following statements are correct with respect to Jim Corbett National Park? Yes, it is India's and Asia's first national park. Jim Corbett National Park, that is situated in Uttarakhand, right, near the hill station of Nainital hill station. Jim Corbett, it is situated in Himalayan foothills, right, and here Project Tiger initiative was launched in 1973. 1973 Project Tiger initiative was launched, right, and it is completely encompasses Himalayas completely encompasses the Shivaliks and near the Rajaji, near the foothills of Himalayas. No, it is wrong, because there is also Rajaji National Park. Rajaji National Park and Tiger Reserve that encompasses the Shivaliks, right? So third statement is wrong. Only 1-2 options are right. Consider the following statements regarding snow leopard. Spiti Valley of Himachal Pradesh provides a good habitat for new snow leopard and its prey species. Siberian ibex and blue sheep are the most important prey species for snow leopard. They are classified and critically endangered by International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List and listed in Schedule 1 Species of Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Which of the following statements are correct regarding snow leopard? Okay. Yes, Spiti Valley of Himachal Pradesh, this is a good habitat for snow leopard and its prey species. First statement is right. Siberian ibex and blue sheep are the important prey species of snow leopard. Yes, blue sheep and Siberian ibex, that is the prey species for snow leopard. The snow leopard is classified as critically endangered. No, this is wrong. Snow leopard is classified as vulnerable by the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, and it is mentioned it is present in Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act. To be classified as wetland under Ramsar Convention, the wetland should have which of the following properties? Wetland, it should be natural wetland, not artificially formed. The water in the wetland can be static or the flowing. The depth of the marine matter at low tide must not exceed 6 meters. Which of the following statements are correct regarding Ramsar Convention? What are the criteria? It should be a natural wetland. No, artificial wetland can be also be declared as Ramsar wetland, because Hirakud Dam is declared as Ramsar wetland recently, because the biodiversity has increased over the years. So this is wrong. Water in the wetland can be static. Yes, it can be static, because dams are also called as wetlands. There are wetlands means we can consider big pond. The depth of the marine water at low tide must not exceed 6 meters. Yes, in case of it is a lagoon, it should not exceed 6 meters. Areas of the marine water depth at which the low tide that does not exceed 6 meters, that is the criteria. So 2 and 3 statements are right regarding Ramsar Convention. Ramsar Convention, it is a convention regarding wetlands of international importance that was occurred in Ramsar city of Iran. Okay. Consider the following statements: pairs of wetlands and their location. Peshawar mangrove, that is Tamil Nadu. Sakya Sagar Lake, that is Mizoram. Pala wetland, Madhya Pradesh. Karibri Bird Sanctuary, Kerala. Why they are in news? They are in news because this question is asked, because they are in news. They have got Ramsar recognition. And Peshawar, it is Tamil Nadu. Yes, it is one of the largest mangrove forest. Sakya Sagar Lake, it is located near Madhav National Park of Madhya Pradesh. Near Madhav National Park. Pala wetland, it's not in Mizoram, it is in Mizoram. Okay. Pala wetland, it's in Mizoram, Sihar district. Pala wetland. Karikri Bird Sanctuary, it is a bird sanctuary of Tamil Nadu. Karikri Bird Sanctuary. So, correctly matched is only one. Rest all are wrong. So, one only is the answer. That is Visavaram, that is Tamil Nadu. Sakya Sagar, that is Madhav National Park, MP. Pala wetland, that is Mizoram. Karikri Bird Sanctuary, that is Tamil Nadu. Consider the following statements regarding Ramsar Convention. Designation of wetland or Ramsar Convention will lead to funding from Ramsar Secretariat. No, there will be no funding. You have to wait. There will be no extra funding from the global body. But you have to obey certain rules. Ramsar Convention for wetland can be taken off if the country does not meet required standards. The country does not meet required standards, obviously it will be taken off. This is right. Not every Ramsar site in India is notified protected area under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. This is also right. Not every Ramsar site of India is declared as protected area under Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. So 2 and 3 options are right. National Green Tribunal can hear cases which of the following acts? National Green Tribunal can hear cases regarding which of the following acts? Just a second. It is Wildlife Protection Act, Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. It is right. Biodiversity Act 2002, Environment Protection Act 1986, Wildlife Protection Act 1972 is not. Wildlife Protection Act 1972 is not in the list. Right. NGT has the power to not power over like Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So this statement is wrong. 1 to 3 statements are right. And also in Indian Forest Act 19, it do not have any jurisdiction over Indian Forest Act. Of 1927. And the various laws that are enacted by the states. These are the areas where Wildlife Protection 1972, Indian Forest 1970, and various state laws. We do not have jurisdiction. So 1, 2, 3 statements are right regarding National Green Tribunal. Fit for 55 package recently seen in news is related to energy security, climate change, global public health, internal security. That is Fit for 55. It's regarding climate change. It's a package. It's a package declared by European Union to reduce European Union of greenhouse gas emission, that is 55% by 2030. So by 2030, European Union will try to reduce the greenhouse gas emission by 55%. B is the answer. Which the following pairs are correctly matched? Bhindawas Wildlife Sanctuary, Haryana; Sultanpur National Park, Uttar Pradesh; Thol Lake Wildlife Sanctuary, Gujarat; Wadhwana Wetland, Kerala. Which of the following are correctly matched? Bhindawas Wildlife Sanctuary, that's in Haryana, that is right. It was it's a human-made freshwater wetland. Human-made. This is human-made. Human-made and freshwater. Okay. It's a bird species are huge number of bird species are there. Bhindawas Wildlife Sanctuary in Haryana. Then Sultanpur National Park. That is also in Haryana. It's not in Uttar Pradesh. It's in Haryana. There also it also gets winter migratory and local water birds, right? Then the Thol Lake, that is in Gujarat, it's right. And there are huge number of bird species also in Thol Lake. Then Wadhwana Wetland, that is in Kerala. Wadhwana Wetland, it is not in Kerala, it's in Gujarat. Wadhwana Wetland, it's also in Gujarat. So it is important. It is also important. It is important for its bird life, migratory water birds. So 1 and 3 options will be right options. Which of the following are the geoengineering techniques that intends to limit the amount of sunlight that reaches the earth? Geoengineering technique reaches the earth. That is lightening the color of the top leaves through genetic modification. If we lightening the color of genetic means, that may limit the sunlight that reaches the earth's surface. That is also right. Crop leaves, because they will absorb more. Whitening road surface and rooftops, because that will white color has 100% reflecting power. That is 100% heat that incident on white surface will get reflected back. Placing giant mirrors in space to reflect sunlight. It's also placing giant mirrors in the space to reflect sunlight. That is also right. Massive spraying of aerosols on Earth's stratosphere. Yes, massive spraying of aerosols. That will also in the stratosphere. That is solar geoengineering. That is, it is also a method to reduce the sunlight that reaches to Earth's surface. Which the following it is completed. Next. Consider the following statements regarding nodules. What are nodules? Nodules are teeny plastic pellets, size of lentils that are raw material for most of today's plastic products. This is right. Like diesel and petrol, they are deemed hazardous under the International Maritime Organization's Dangerous Goods Code for safe handling and storage. Nodules, if exposed to the environment, will slowly break down into microplastics. This is also right. And while IMO, it's completely different jurisdiction of ILO, and IMO has not declared it. They are dangerous to environment. That is also right. But these are not nodules are not dangerous enough. That do not under the organization's dangerous goods code. It is not coming. This is wrong. 1 and 3 options are right. Consider the following statements regarding olive-red turtles. They are the smallest turtles of the world, found in the Rushikila river mouth. They are found in the warm waters of Pacific and Indian Oceans. This is right. Odisha coast is one of the largest mass nesting. Yes, mass nesting, that is called as Arivada. Arivada is the mass nesting sites of olive-red turtles. They are not found in Atlantic Ocean. It's wrong. They are also found in Atlantic Ocean. So only 1 and 2 options are right regarding olive-red turtles. They are carnivorous, right? Very small but carnivorous. And Odisha has the largest site. Odisha has largest site for olive-red turtles. Consider the following statements regarding National Tiger Conservation Authority. National Tiger Conservation Authority has been fulfilling its mandate within the ambit of Wildlife Protection Act 1972 for strengthening tiger conservation in the country. It accords approval for declaring new tiger reserves. It is headed by Prime Minister of India. What is National Tiger Conservation NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority? It is a statutory body. It's a statutory body under Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. Environment and Climate Change. Right. And not the Prime Minister, it is handled by the Environmental Minister, obviously. 1 and 2 options are right. It accords approval for declaring new tiger reserves. It has been fulfilling its mandate under the ambit of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So 1 and 2 options are right, and third option is wrong. It is not headed by the Prime Minister, it is headed by the Chairmanship of Minister of Environment and Forest. Minister of Environment and Forest. And climate change. Consider the following statements regarding bird migration. Bird migration is a regular seasonal movement along flyway between breeding and wintering grounds. Migrating birds navigate using celestial cues from suns and stars, the Earth magnetic field, and mental maps. Which of the following statements are right regarding bird migration? It's a regular seasonal movement along flyway between breeding and wintering grounds. For example, from Siberia, many of the bird species are coming to Chilika Lake. Migrating birds navigate using celestial cues from the suns and stars and Earth's magnetic field and mental maps. So both the statements are correct here. Consider the following statements regarding Operation Olivia. It is conducted by Wildlife Control Bureau. It aims to protect olive-ridley turtles every year when they start nesting along Odisha coast for breeding. Operation Olivia. It is not by Wildlife Control Bureau, it is by Indian Coast Guard. Indian Coast Guard. Every year, Indian Coast Guard since 1980s help to protect the olive ridley turtles along the Odisha coast. It involves round the clock surveillance near breeding place. Surveillance near breeding place. If this is right, and it is also right because of ordinary turtles, if the mechanical boats they goes, that becomes harmful to ordinary turtles. That's why those areas, some critical areas are there which are banned. So 2 and 3 options are correct regarding Operation Olivia. It is started in 1980s by Indian Coast Guard. Indian Coast Guards, it is started in 1978 and it is coming under Ministry of Defense. Remember, except Ministry of Defense, except the that is, or for example, except BSF or except this Coast Guard, all are coming under Ministry. All the paramilitary forces that are coming under Ministry of Home Affairs. Consider the following statements regarding gas hydrates. What are gas hydrates? This occurs naturally in some of the marine sediments and within permafrost. Their decomposition can release large amount of methane that could impact Earth's climate. Sudden release of pressurized methane gas from the ocean base may cause submarine landslides, which in turn can trigger tsunamis. Which of the following statements are correct? Gas hydrates are naturally in some marine sediments within permafrost. Yes, they occur naturally in some marine sediments and permafrost. Permafrost means for a long time, if there is glaciers, that is permanent glaciers, right? Permafrost. Their decomposition can release large amount of methane. Yes, large amount could impact Earth climate because methane is a greenhouse gas. It is a highly potent greenhouse gas which can stand for long years. Sudden release of pressurized methane gas from ocean base may cause submarine landslides, which in turn can trigger tsunamis. All the statements are correct. Consider the following statements regarding ozone deoxygenation. Ozone deoxygenation is the maximum reduction of oxygen minimum zones in the world's ocean as a consequence of anthropogenic emissions of carbon dioxide. Oxygen is less soluble in warmer water. The areas of sea water that is depleted of dissolved oxygen is called as anoxic waters. Which of the following statements are correct? Ozone deoxygenation is the maximum reduction of oxygen minimum zones in the world's ozone as a consequence of anthropogenic emissions of carbon dioxide. See, first statement, why it is wrong. Maximum reduction, it is called a deoxygenation. That means in a area oxygen is reducing, but maximum reduction of the oxygen minimum zones, reduction of oxygen minimum zones, that means this area is declining. This is wrong, because this area is, if it will decline, that is a good thing. So first, this statement is itself grammatically wrong. Oxygen is less soluble in warmer water. This statement is right. It is less soluble in the warmer water because warmer oceans cause deoxygenation. Warmer oceans cause deoxygenation. Why? Because the decomposition of other components that becomes faster in case of warmer water, and during decomposition of any biotic material, oxygen is used. That's why it is warmer. These areas of sea water that is depleted of dissolved oxygen is called as anoxic waters. Yes, it is called as anoxic waters, or 1, 2, 3, all the statements are correct with respect to it. Okay. So the lectures end here, and like this video and share and subscribe to VANIKIAS. Thank you.